Tonight, from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Wilson.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
That's complete right side to Lazard. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. There's Wilson to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll get this to Lazard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Well, the underdog here showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throwing here, Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Down to the 25.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
56, Mike, 56.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 2nd and goal from the 1.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On second down, Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Shedding the tackle. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
This is 2nd and 8.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go. 56 to Mike.
Purdy now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now.
And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now not only did you not get it and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Ball on a give up the middle.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd down and 8.
Here's Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Play action. Now Wilson. Now and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
57. Mike, 57.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Right there, 56. Watch the screen,
Here's Purdy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Cobb. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play.
straight ahead is Hall. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Now Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now it's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Back to throw, Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Purdy sets up to throw again. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catch.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
From back at their own 10-yard line.
They'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Pulled in at the 24.
The 49ers settling in for their next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
56.
Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Purdy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Purdy off the play fake. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 32 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Extra point try now for Moody. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And things have changed since the last time they had it. The safety led to the touchdown, so now they find themselves behind as they begin with a 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wilson. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
That's caught. This is Abanikanda.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's a give to Hall.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and a couple.
Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson.
Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet 1st down.
Off play action. Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep 3rd position and makes the interception.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at the 20.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
11 yards for number 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Purdy. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. New York set to take the field.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced them to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
From back at their own 10-yard line. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield.
On the handoff, Campbell.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll give to Hall. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Wilson.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Purdy.
That is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man here is Conklin. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
On first down, Wilson.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And they're going to speed things up here.
Sack City, baby. 57. Mike, 57. Come on, D.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll go again with Hall.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. High throw, but the catch is made. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
New York ready to go again offensively. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ball again.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Wilson. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4.
They go play action with Wilson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pushes past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
The two Wilsons, Zach and Garrett, teaming up there. And the Jets have cut it back within a score.
So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of that, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. That time a 9-play drive.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they'll accept that penalty. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Watch your slap. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Purdy. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. McCaffrey on the toss right. Taken down at the 42.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And New York set to take the field. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Cobb, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Now Wilson Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Wilson
working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
On the counter, it's Hall.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
85 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Wilson.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Off the bootleg. Wilson.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Hall again.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
2nd down and 6 now. Hall Ball on a give up the middle.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Here's Wilson.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Tyler Conklin.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets have retaken a third-quarter lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 24.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
And that flag accepted.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Purdy looking to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now 2nd and 9. Purdy now to throw off the play action. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Play action. Now Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
A leap, and he's got it. George Kittle with an acrobatic catch.
And the Niners have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So the flag backed him up 5 yards to the 7. They still get the 2-point conversion, though.
Now, was that confidence in the play call they had and in their offense, or just absolute disdain for the defense?
It worked.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson over the middle and complete to Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff for Hall. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Wilson. He'll get this to Lazard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And it's taken in at the 9.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hit 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage. You've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Oh, yeah. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. That is caught, and down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Boy, as a head coach, those are the kind of plays right there where you look like a genius when they work out. But you might find yourself searching for work when they don't. Fortunately, this ball's in the look like a genius category. What a call and what a pickup on fourth down.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson, his throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Wilson. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Cobb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Second down and a yard. Here's a give to Hall.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Cobb. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 from the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. And they go with McCaffrey.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last half of the game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Wilson. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw. Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the shotgun, Wilson.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Operating from the gun, Wilson.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got it. Touchdown.
The two Wilsons, Zach and Garrett, teaming up there. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Zerline now for the PAT. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A good pickup there, a 22.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
You. Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the slant.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Niners have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that will make this a 19-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Looking to throw. Wilson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Wilson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1.
It's a gain of 4 that time, and that's good for a Jet first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game? Do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. They run over center with Mitchell.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
57 Mike. Mike 57. Let's go.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
57 Mike. Watch the run. 57 Mike. 57. Get that quarterback. And all come.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.